Greetings, viewers. It is I, Shepherd Chong, bringing to you the final supplemental episode of Abyssalcraft is Kind of Awesome. So, what you're gonna see with this is basically a clip show. Uh, the sections of this video were recorded not in one long recording that I've edited into smaller pieces, but into many different recordings from over the course of the last few weeks. So yeah, they probably won't look similar to each other. They'll be in obviously different places. Video quality might be different. Audio quality could be different. Lots of stuff. So, and this is sort of a compilation of pretty much everything I've been able to think of that I have missed from the primary tutorial. But yes, outside of that, this is planned as the final episode of Abyssalcraft is Kind of Awesome. Just sort of wrapping up everything that I sort of forgot. Enjoy! So, here's just another thing for the final supplemental episode. You'll notice that this is not vanilla textures. Yeah, this is a resource pack called Alvoria's Sanity. Specifically, this is for 1.9, or I mean 1.8. And if I look over here, you will notice that the textures haven't changed. Yeah, so if you've ever used textures in Minecraft, you probably know that most texture packs don't support mods. Yes, and as far as I know, there is not a single texture pack that supports Abyssalcraft. Yeah. So like that's normal dirt, and that's what the Darklands grass is a slightly different version of the vanilla grass blocks. So yeah, there's a very clear and obvious difference. Yeah. Although there's one thing of interest, this is the corallium infested swamp, which is you know that some biomes basically have the normal plants, but they're different colored based on the type of biome. The corallium infested swamp is this sort of cyan sort of coloring, I guess. Sort of bluish, greenish blue. Yeah, because that's just basically recolored blocks. The texture packs actually do have an effect on this, which is neat. But yeah, no other real effect on modded blocks. So yeah, as far as I'm aware, there are no texture packs that support Abyssalcraft. Okay, so I feel dumb, but also slightly justified. This is an end Abyssal Zombie. They are available in 1.7.10, so yeah, I got that wrong in the Abyssal Heads episode. In my defense, I'm used to using Abyssalcraft with tons and tons of mod that adds so much crap to the end that I've just literally never noticed these guys. I've literally just never seen them before. I'm unobservant. Yeah, so, as far as I know, aside from their looks, they're exactly the same. Wyla identifies them as just Abyssal Zombies. This is from Ore Spawn, ignore them. Yeah, they look different, and as far as I know, that's it. Drop the same thing as normal Abyssal Zombies, and I will go ahead and let's see, where is he? Abyssal Zombie. Let's try spawning one in just to see if they if spawning one in using the spawn egg makes it look different. It does. So it is literally just a visual difference. Alright, how about a liquid antimatter? That will turn into an Yes, he did. Just a normal old abyssal anti-zombie. That's what I thought. Well, guess what I found? I'm doing some re-recording for the Achievements episode, and I've stumbled upon a Dreadlands mineshaft, so I can finally show this off for a supplemental episode. Hooray. So, what is it? What's the difference between this and a normal mineshaft from the overworld? Just the materials. Uses Dreadland wood planks, Dreadland wood fences, and of course, rather than regular stone, there's Dreadstone. Still got minecarts around, rails. There are torches up. See how far we can go with this. This particular one doesn't seem to be quite so linear as some of the others I've come across. But yeah, it's got the same basic stuff to it, same sort of basic structures. There are these stairs that sometimes lead to nowhere in particular. Yeah. This one doesn't seem to be super big, but that's okay. I'm hoping to find a chest for to see what loot is available, just to show that off. But, I might not be able to, I don't know. Hello, ugly. Yeah. I'm in the Dreadland Mountains biome at the moment. Just so you know, I suppose. Yeah. Dreadland mineshafts aren't that different from the overworld mineshafts. Not much else to say. It's just something interesting for the Dreadlands. Okay, so, this little bit of the supplemental episode is about the, greater dread spawns and, how they attack you. I realized, sometime after I did the Dreadlands episodes that I kind of forgot to show off how these guys attack, and because it's different. These guys have ranged attacks, and I should have put that in the mob episode for the Dreadlands. I spelled it wrong. 0. Up. Oh, dang. They can climb quite a bit. Didn't know that. Yeah, see, they're, yeah, you can just barely tell. He's throwing, dread fragments at me. You can just barely make it out, because it's moving pretty fast. He's taking damage because I've got the the plated corallium armor on. But yeah. Yeah. The greater dread spawns have ranged attacks, and I didn't remember to show you that during the Dreadland Mob episode, and it was important. And I am generally annoyed with my forgetfulness. Get back here and die. No, they did not have... That is some impressive climbing. And so is that. Huh. I did not know they could climb that well. I'm gonna put that in the recording too, for the supplemental stuff. Okay, so, here's another thing for the supplemental episode that I completely forgot. The Dread enchantment. Now, something interesting happens when you kill one of these 3 mobs with the Dread enchantment. Pigs, chickens, and cows. You should remember that there are demon versions of them. Now, this pig's now been infected with the Dread Plague. And the effect has not killed it, so that one didn't happen. Alright, let's try this chicken. Nope, that just killed it instantly. Yep, there it goes. So, when you kill one of these 3 types of mob, why do I always say mod? One of these, either a cow, chicken, or a pig, with a weapon with the Dread enchantment, there is the possibility that when it dies, it will turn into a demon animal. But it's, not common occurrence. It doesn't happen every time. But yeah, that's an explanation as simple as I can make it. Let's see. Oh shit. 2 spectral dragons, that's problematic. Okay, I should have grabbed a weapon from creative. Gotta get rid of that. Okay, gonna go grab a Tinker's Construct Ultimate Weapon real quick. There we go. That'll work. Ooh, look at that. That's new. This thing has 1,000 damage and it's not killing them instantly the way they used to. That's a good thing to note for what do you call it? The future. I guess, I don't know. For a change in 1.8. Alright, never mind. So, what that is, let me think if I know how to explain that. That is because of a damage limit, I think is the technical term. Basically, in order to keep stuff like the super overpowered Tinker's Construct weapons from just sort of insta-killing everything, some mods have a sort of damage limit to what their mobs can withstand. I know that Advent of Ascension does this, basically so that you can't just take like some crazy ore spawn weapons and stuff and just instantly kill everything. But yeah, that was something we'd previously only seen in Abyssalcraft with the bosses. Apparently the Spectral Dragons are now affected by this, and hopefully that also means some things like the Shoggoths are as well. I think I'm gonna test that and maybe put this in a supplemental episode. Shoggoth. Where's the Shoggoth? Shoggoth. I think it's near the bottom. Lesser Shoggoth. There we go. Okay. 1,000 damage. Nope. That insta killed it. Oh well. Okay, so I've just done some tests with a couple other mods, and I noticed something unusual. You notice that it is day right now, and remember how summoning Sackcloth causes you blindness? So I just sort of put Sackcloth down with a spawn egg, and it suddenly turned to night. Apparently I have never noticed this before in any of the stuff I've done involving Sackcloth. Mind you, I've never actually summoned him in a survival playthrough, so yeah, I wasn't that crazy. I never really actually felt the need to find him in a survival playthrough, so I suppose this is something I overlooked / did not know. Now, something else of interest. In this world, I am running the Ore Spawn mod, which I have mentioned adds some crazy weapons. But the Abyssalcraft bosses have a damage limit. See, this is the Royal Guardian Sword, and as you see, it does 750 damage. So, watch what happens when I hit Sackcloth with it, if he stays still long enough. It did 8 damage. Even though I have a weapon that does 750 base damage. Yeah, that's what the damage limit looks like. Now, by comparison, I am also using this, Sword of the Cosmos. I'm also running the Avarucia mod on this world because I've been testing it out. It's amusing, I will say that. If I mouse over it, you'll see it does infinity damage. So, there's a damage limit for the bosses, but watch what happens when I hit Sackcloth with this. 0. It killed him instantly, even with a damage limit. That's an interesting little thingamajig. So yeah, the way Avarucia is coded, it ignores damage limits for mobs. That's neat. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I apparently didn't actually show this in the original episode with where I first showed you the city of Omethal. You find the Temple of Jizahar, which is at the center of the Omethal city, using the Necronomicon. It literally gives you coordinates for it. Now, I mentioned in a very confusing way that I wasn't completely sure if these coordinates were exactly the same every time. In this particular world save, the coordinates are x4, y53, z7. Now, at this point, I'm going to cut away to a different world save and see if that's the same. Alright, recording has started for this. 3, 2, 1. And in this world, the coordinates are also x4, z7. Curious. I suppose it's now consistent. I suppose, again, I am just remembering previous versions of Abyssalcraft. I remember that at one point the Z for one of the worlds I went into was like 1,200 or something. Well, if it's the same for these two worlds, I may as well not open up a third, simply because I'd have to create a whole new world again, just to see this. So yeah, I suppose these coordinates for the city of Omethal and the Temple of Jizahar are now consistent. They are pretty much at the exact center of Omethal. Okay. So, glad I got to show that off in this supplemental episode.